Welcome to Compassionate Care, and I am your host, Kamis. And today we have a special guest. Our guest is Janice, and Janice has been through a traumatic experience in domestic violence. And for those who are watching and have been through this, stay tuned. And if you have a loved one that needs to hear this program, please stay tuned. It is going to be a powerful interview. Welcome, Janice, to Compassionate Care. And I know you've been through a lot. And there's so much that you can share with us today, Janice. Let's start off with, how did it begin?
So I was raised by my mother, who was a single parent, from the age of about, I guess, 4. And so of 3 kids.
Right.
And we were raised in the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Okay.
So I go back maybe 4 generations SDA.
Okay.
Probably even longer than that, as far as I know.
Right.
And so I was in and out of the church after, in my early adult life. So a lot of the trauma first started when I was a child.
Right.
When I wasn't around my mother. I was by a music teacher.
By a music teacher?
A music
Oh,
teacher,
wow.
yeah.
Okay, so what happened? Was it a physical abuse? What was it, verbal? What was it? What kind of abuse was it?
Sexual abuse.
Sexually abuse? Wow.
So they can say it's CSA.
Wow.
So it was,
Sexual
CSA.
abuse within the Adventist church?
No.
Okay.
It was a public...
A public school?
A public music teacher.
Wow. And so how old were you when that abuse took place?
I think I was around 8 or 9 years old.
Oh my goodness.
And so my life changed completely from there. I didn't, discuss it with anybody. I don't remember telling my mom about it.
Right.
And as I went into high school, I had difficulty, I was very rebellious, and there was a lot of different things that I had trouble in school with, functioning and concentrating.
Yeah.
And as a young adult, when I moved into my first apartment, I didn't go to church as often as I did when I was under my mother's care.
Right.
And so, and then
did anyone see the change in you though? Did anyone notice anything different? Did your mom notice that? Were you withdrawn when that happened? Like what?
She did, but I guess nobody really thought of what brought it on.
Happened, right? Yeah.
And so, like I said, I was very rebellious. I didn't have a very good relationship with my mom at that time.
Right.
Plus, I didn't know how to express my feelings, and no one ever taught us how to express feelings.
Right.
So, and it was difficult not having a father around. My father was raised Catholic.
Right.
So it was very difficult without a father.
Was that sexual abuse? Did it take place once, or was it continuous?
It was twice.
Was twice.
Yes.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it was twice.
I'm so sorry. Wow. And so that led you on to be rebellious. You weren't able to, because you didn't know how to express yourself. You didn't know.
And I struggled in school.
Right.
And I was very modest.
Right.
In the way I dressed.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it was difficult relating to having relationships.
Right.
So it affected that as well. So at the very early age of 23, I became married.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But he was a non-Adventist.
Right.
And I wasn't going to church at that time. My mom continued to go.
Right.
So he was actually Greek Orthodox.
Right.
And so we were married just less than a year because he became very abusive towards me.
Wow. So when did the abuse start? Did it start like right after you got married, or did it took a couple months?
It took a couple months.
Okay.
But it was just that one time that he physically abused me.
So what did he do? What started? Was there an argument? Was there?
Well, he
what
was
started
under the influence of alcohol and
Okay.
drugs,
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
cocaine.
Right. Okay.
And so he was very influenced in that. He was a French waiter at a very prominent hotel.
Right.
And yeah, so what brought it on was I came home late one night after being out with some friends. And
Right.
yeah, he basically attacked me when I came into the apartment.
Door.
Yeah.
So what did he do? Did he hit you?
Oh,
What
yes.
He hit you?
Oh,
Okay.
yes. Yeah.
Sorry.
So all I could do is use my feet because that's the strongest part of my body
Right.
to protect myself. And I was able to get to the phone to call my brother so that he could come over. And he was there within 5 minutes. And he lived actually 20 minutes away
So
by
he spent,
drive.
wow.
So
He was speeding to get there.
to
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah. Oh my
Within
goodness.
5 minutes, he told me, like I managed to get on the phone and he said, "What's going on?" And I said, so-and-so just beat me up. And he says, I want you to get your things together.
Yeah.
You're coming home with me.
Good.
And he hung up the phone and I just grabbed as much as I could. And when he came through the door, I felt so empowered.
Of course, because
And
your big brother's there.
Yeah,
to
he was
save
there.
you,
And I was like,
yes.
and I turned to my husband at the time and I said, "No man will ever touch me ever again."
Awesome.
But it didn't end there.
So you went back? You went back?
No, I never went back.
Okay. Okay.
So no, once you hurt me, that's it.
That's
I'm
it.
not going back. No way. I'm not going back for seconds or even thirds.
Good.
So
Yeah.
anyways, I continued. We got a divorce and I got into other relationships that were not healthy.
You got divorced like within this year? The relationship ended within the year?
It really, yes.
It did? Okay.
It wasn't even
awesome.
a year anniversary.
Oh my goodness.
But that was enough.
That was enough. Once is enough, right?
Yeah, once is enough.
Yes, yes.
It is once enough.
Yeah.
So then after that, after
you went into another relationship?
Not right away.
Okay.
Like I involved myself in work.
Right.
So I had 3 different jobs at the time. And I was just working because I just really wanted to like shut all those memories out. So I just occupied my mind.
Right. You kept busy. Right?
So once in a while I'd go to church back in, once in a while. And then I got into other relationships which were not healthy. In 2004, actually I moved to Quebec during, I think it was 1987. And then I stayed there and then I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2004.
Wow.
So I was stage 2 and I had a lumpectomy, was this side.
You had it removed.
So it's been over 20 years.
Yeah. So the lumpectomy means you got it removed. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. And it was successful?
It came back the following year. So I went through 3 surgeries. That's another story.
Right.
But God really wanted me to, I know he wanted to use me for his glory.
Right.
So I started reading so many things on natural health and all that kind of thing. Okay. So I'm very
natural medicine,
very much
instead of using the traditional,
a little girl,
the traditional stuff.
Yeah, and I hate needles. So I would never go into needles anyway. Right. So I've always been into natural health. So later on, I moved back to. I moved actually to Tweed. I lived there for a little bit, and then I decided to go to college to become a social service worker.
Awesome.
Yes.
So good. And you did that was it because of your experience coming from an abusive relationship you wanted to help others?
I truly believe God led me that way. My first option was to be a nurse. I come from a stream of nurses in my mom's side.
Right.
And I tried that, but I wasn't too crazy about the math. And so I decided to change tracks and become an SSW.
Awesome.
So
Yeah.
I did that, and I took some police foundation courses.
Oh, good.
So
Great.
I went through Northern College because it was very Indigenous influence.
Right.
So because my mom is Indigenous from South America,
Oh,
she's
nice.
Arawak.
Okay.
So I was very
Wow.
interested in
Yeah.
doing something that was more native, like more Indigenous
Right.
influence. So I loved it, and I did it for 3 years. I graduated with really good marks in 2012 as a mature student.
Very good.
And then I moved from Port Hope. I was living in Port Hope at the time.
Right.
I moved to Pickering, and then I got involved with somebody who was non-Adventist, and he was raised Catholic. So I didn't think anything about it, but we ended up living together for 4 years. And during that time, I started to go back to church again, reading my Bible.
Oh, good.
And that created a lot of stress in between our relationship, because he was asking me, why are you reading your Bible all the time?
Really?
And you're Seventh-day Adventist. And
so he had a problem with your religion?
He did.
Okay, so just you guys not being on the same page religious wise, okay.
He wasn't into his faith at all.
Right.
But
and you're now getting into yours.
And he was a drinker.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he was a secret drinker.
Right. So you didn't know that when you were involved
No,
initially?
when we first started going out together, I didn't know that. And so I really didn't think about all the things that were in the Bible that, be unequally yoked.
Yes.
Those things weren't really prominent in my journey.
Right.
But the more and more I started going back to church, the more and more I started to read my Bible.
Right.
And I felt like I was more at home and closer to God.
Right.
So during 2000 and fast forward to 2018 of July, was 1 week before my birthday. He was very verbally abusive. He was not ever physically abusive.
Right.
And my brother kept saying to me, Jan, aren't you worried? Are you concerned? And I said, no, he'll never hurt me. He'll never hurt me.
And this is the same brother that rescued you?
Yes.
Your first husband? Yeah.
Yes. So actually, I was married the second time before this relationship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're married second time? Okay. Yeah.
I could touch base on that if you want. So this relationship, he became very verbally abusive, and we lived in a house, so he started kicking the walls and punching the walls and putting holes in the walls, and
that's scary.
He had a lot of monetary problems.
Right.
And
so he was financially, he was not able to hold money down.
No.
And,
so, and he was getting from private lenders.
Right.
So
was he a business person? Was that what it is?
He actually was a mechanic.
Okay.
Yeah, but he
had his own business?
He had his own business,
But he wasn't doing well in it?
No.
Okay.
So he was struggling, and he was drinking too. So that didn't help.
Didn't help, no.
So anyway, so one night he became very aggressive, not physically, but verbally.
Right.
And he started swearing, and he called me a word that no one's ever called me.
Right.
So and he ran out the door. He was on the barbecue, and I was inside, cooking dinner. And I went outside, and I said, "Why did you call me that?"
Right.
And he wouldn't look at me. And I said, "Why did you call me that? I'm not that."
Right.
No one's ever called me that. It really hurt me.
Really hurt you.
That he had called me that. So anyways, he wouldn't answer me. So I put my hand on his shoulder to look at him.
To say, yeah.
And I said, "Why did you call me that?" And I put my other hand on his other shoulder, trying to, turn him towards me. He put his hands on both of my shoulders, and he started to walk me backwards. So and he walked me along the fence, a wooden fence.
So you guys were outside?
We were outside.
Okay.
And it was behind an RV. So
Right.
nobody could see
What he was doing.
Because the RV blocked the main road. And it was at nighttime. So anyways, he walked me over this wooden tie, like a railroad track tie.
Right.
And his arms went down from my shoulders down to my forearms. And without me being prepared, he flung me into the fence head first.
I see.
And so I had this huge goose egg on my forehead. But it didn't end there.
Did you get
I was
a concussion?
unconscious.
You were unconscious? Oh,
I had a concussion. Plus I had whiplash. But I was unconscious on the ground.
Well, how long were you out for?
I don't know, because when the police came on the body cam, it recorded him saying, I thought she was faking.
What?
So how long was I on the ground for?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
But after the time that I had come through, I managed to, I knew he was close by. I knew he was standing close by. And I remember pulling myself up the side of the fence. And there was a broom that was leaning against the fence. And I managed to pull myself up.
Yeah.
And I didn't know my head was swollen.
Right.
And I didn't feel any pain. I just wanted to stand up. I just realized that I had to stand up.
Right.
And when I grabbed it was a shop broom.
Right.
And I managed to move the broom, the brush, and towards him. And I said, "Why do you want to hurt me?"
Yeah.
And he was standing there and he was just looking. I remember his eyes just being black. Like there was
nothing there. Like no one was home.
Yeah, no. I just saw evil and anger, and it was like hate. And I couldn't really understand that.
Right.
Because you
didn't do anything to trigger that, right?
No.
So it didn't make sense as to why would anybody hurt you that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I struggled with that for a long, long time.
Right.
Anyways, so I managed to extend the broom towards him, and I said, "Why do you want to hurt me?" And we were far,
right?
Because it's a shop broom.
Yeah.
And he managed to put his arms over and slip it out of my hands, and he started to jab me with it, the butt end
oh my goodness.
of the broom. So I had
bruises all over you,
a deep tissue bruises on my arms.
And so when the police came, they saw all of that. They saw the bruises.
Oh yeah, they saw my head.
And your head.
It was like a goose egg. It was, and I managed to during that time. I just stopped because my head started pounding.
Right.
And when I looked up, I could see the swelling, and it really scared me.
It shocked you. Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh my Lord!" And I started to cry.
Yeah.
And I remember he didn't continue it after that. I just heard him say, "I'm going to call the ambulance, 911."
Wow.
So I managed to go inside, and I know the Lord impressed upon me, or the Holy Spirit said, "Get ice.
Yes.
Put ice on your head."
On it. Yeah.
So I remember in the freezer there was peas and carrots, frozen peas and carrots.
So you grabbed them.
So I managed, and I sat there, and then the ambulance arrived, and then he was arrested for, assault and bodily harm.
Yes.
And I wanted to stay there at the home, like I just wanted to relax,
right,
and try to recover.
Yeah.
But I didn't go to the hospital with them. I went to the police station instead. Because
they took you to the police station.
They asked me.
And they took you to the police station because they wanted further
my statement.
A statement and all that.
A video statement. Yeah. So I said, and the paramedics, they said, "Do you want to come with us, Janice?" And I said, "I want to go with him, the police officer." Because I was like, justice. I want to serve justice. So why does anyone want to hurt me?
Right.
So that night I went to, the Oshawa Domestic Violence Unit, and I did a video, a statement there.
Right.
And then after that, they took me to Pickering, Durham police station to take pictures of my injuries.
Injuries, yeah.
So I did that. And then I wanted to go back home, which wasn't really my home, but I
Right.
wanted to go back there. And they said, no, you can't.
Why couldn't you go back? Because
Because
isn't he
they were-
arrested? So
they
he's
were-
arrested. So why
Yes.
couldn't you go back? Like I don't
Because
understand.
they were going to release him the next day.
So couldn't they release him and he find somewhere else and you go into
Because it was his business we were staying at.
Oh, okay.
So,
got it.
but it didn't make sense that they were releasing him anyway.
Right.
So, and plus he's had like DUIs and all these different things apparently that I found out about.
Right.
So anyways, they said that I had to go to a shelter. So I ended up going to Horizon House,
Right.
a shelter in Ajax.
Right.
And I stayed there for over 2 months. It was really hard.
Yeah.
They assigned me 2 workers. I remember, and everybody else got 1, but me,
You had
I had 2.
Because they know that you needed that extra.
Yes, because they were afraid that maybe I would be
You'd leave.
suicidal.
And you'd leave too, right?
Yeah,
Go back,
they were
right.
concerned.
Right.
Because I was in bad shape.
Right.
So I would wear baseball caps to hide my bruises and cover myself up.
Right.
But I ended up staying there for 2 months, just over 2 months. And then in September 2018, I moved to the YWCA in Oshawa. And I stayed at the Adelaide House for 2 years.
Wow.
Which is a second stage home for women that have been abused. And then through that journey, I came back to God. So
oh wow,
it was
it
was really amazing.
So let's hear, how did that happen?
So I started watching I just trained to be a peer support specialist.
What's that?
That's supporting other people that have gone through similar things that
domestic
you
abuse,
or even I could be a peer support for other survivors of breast cancer.
Okay.
Or so I also went through BIAD, which is Brain Injury Association of Durham.
Okay.
And I also became a peer support for them.
Wow.
And I mentored someone for a year who had suffered through brain trauma as well.
Oh, look at that.
So it was a survivor. I just finished in July for 1 year of that. And also I've been working with CMHA, but not as an employee.
What is that?
CMHA is a Canadian Mental Health Association.
Very good.
So I facilitated some classes for them as well for mental health, because I went through depression and I still have PTSD from the trauma.
Of all that, yeah.
But and so anyway, I studied to be intense training for peer support specialist, and now I'm just hoping to mentor other women and speak through other churches, actually through the End It Now.
So End It Now. So I see a few things on you. So she is fearless.
Yes,
wow,
she
powerful.
is.
I love that.
Yeah, so
she's
that's
fearless. That's what you
Proverbs.
are, right?
Yes.
Empowered. And now you have on your button on your shirt a button saying "End It Now." What is that? What does that mean? What's "End It Now" means? What are you ending?
Violence against women. So Adventist, it's for Adventist ending violence.
Awesome.
Yes,
Okay.
within the family and within the church, within relationships. So there's a B there.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I did some advocacy training through End It Now last year in New Orleans,
wow,
Louisiana, last September. And I'm hoping to do the second part of the training, which is this week in Georgia.
Wow. So you travel? That's
yes.
Awesome. Yeah,
so anyways, I'm hoping and praying that I'll be able to go.
Yes. And so when you go to these various places, are you sharing your testimony? What are you doing?
I have shared my testimony, not up in public, but I mean, through the End It Now, but I have spoken to certain people that are in the ministry about it. I did give my testimony at Agape SDA temple, Agape Temple in Pickering, October 2023, during a women's conference.
Okay, good.
And there was a few people that were there. Pastor Emil Maxey.
Okay.
He presented me his book after my testimony.
And his book is it on abuse?
It's You Can Heal Yourself.
Okay.
I think that's what it's called. I hope I didn't get it wrong. But yes, so he presented me his book, and I also gave my testimony at Emmanuel Church in January of this year. And so I wanted to talk just about my baptism. So,
yes, please, go ahead.
So all my life, I was never baptized.
Okay.
So I said, I was in and out of the church.
Right.
And during that last relationship in 2018, I started going to Agape. And after my peer support training in 2020, February 2020, the pandemic hit. And then that's when I was in second stage housing. And I was really into my Bible. And I remember looking at my laptop thinking, there must be church online on Sabbath. So I found Pastor John Law McCain.
Okay, from 3ABN?
Yes, who is on his Thompsonville Seventh-day Adventist Church. So since then, I've been watching every Sabbath. Or if I go to church in person, I'll watch his sermons later. But I felt like a really good church to me. But that same Sabbath, when I finished watching him, this was on during the pandemic, in my room at Adelaide House, I found Pastor Glenn O. Samuels.
Oh, okay.
He's the president of West Jamaica Conference.
Okay.
So I loved listening to him because he was so passionate about the Bible and the way he preached. And it was like, this is my old time kind of preaching that I grew up with and I remembered. And I was like, so I got to watch him next Sabbath. So I ended up watching him the next Sabbath. And he was doing an evangelistic series at that time. And I remember the decision card came up on the screen, and I had a touch screen computer at the time, laptop, sorry. I'm getting a little itchy. Anyway, and I remember the decision card came up, and it within that millimeter or of a second, it brought me back to when I heard the preacher the pastor's altar call would say, come up and give your life and surrender and all that. And I remember as a young girl, I couldn't move out of my chair. Like I knew Satan had a hold on me for a long, long time. And I mean, there's so many opportunities to get baptized. But when I heard Pastor Glenn Samuels give the altar call and the decision card came on the screen, I didn't hesitate. I just touched it right away. And I was like, I touched everything. I wanted baptism. I wanted Bible study. I wanted someone to call me. Within 2 days, someone called me. It was Hopeton Blake from Toronto Central.
Oh, so you had somebody who called you from you're watching a program in Jamaica. And then someone called you from here
Toronto,
in Ontario. Oh, wow.
Because
amazing.
Hopeton Blake, who apparently is also a pastor, is very good friends with Glenn Samuels, Pastor Samuels, and who got in touch with him. And he called me and he said, Janice, you want to be baptized? And I said, yes, I want to be baptized. I was like, wait, I want to get baptized like right now. And he said, well, let's arrange it. First, it was another pastor, a young pastor from Papudi Watson, who was in Jamaica. He was calling me first. And we spoke over the phone many times. And then it was Hopeton Blake. And so Hopeton called me and we prayed over the phone. We talked over the phone. He said, he goes, pick a church. And I was like, all the churches are closed. He says, you find a church that's going to baptize you and I'll make it happen. I was like, okay.
So you had to do the work?
Yeah. So I was like, oh okay. So I called College Park.
Okay.
Nobody answered the phone.
Yeah.
I left messages. Nobody called me back. Then I called Kendallwood.
Okay.
And I thought, oh, I'm going to leave. I have family that goes and friends that have gone to that go to Kendallwood. I'll leave a message. Maybe someone will call me back. No one called me back. So then I thought, Lord, where am I going to get baptized? I want to get baptized.
And this is during COVID.
This is during
when
COVID.
Everywhere is closed.
Everywhere is
not
closed.
getting anybody.
So I started to think, whenever, and the Lord spoke, whenever my mom comes to Canada, and she lives in Maryland. She's in Silver Spring, Maryland. Okay. Whenever she comes to Canada to visit, she always goes to Agape Church. Okay. So Agape came to my mind. She loves going there. So I called there and I left a message with whoever answered the phone. I don't remember her name at the time. And they said, the pastor will call you back. Within a half an hour, Pastor Jason Levy called me and he said, Janice, and I said, yes. He says, you called and you left a message? What can I do for you? I went, I want to get baptized. And he was like, okay, when? And I went, what? Like that. Just like that. And I was now I was back in my court again, and I started to get nervous. Right. So I said, I have this date, and this date. He says, okay, well, what date would you like to do it? I'll make it happen. I was like, wow, everyone's saying I'll make it happen. So I said, September 26th, which was 3 days ago. Wow, I forgot to say that it was my anniversary.
Amazing.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
That's 5 years ago in 2020.
Wow.
So
that is so amazing, and we're doing this interview.
I know,
right?
Yeah. Like I'm just realizing that now. I forgot to, say it was my anniversary.
Wow.
So it's been 5 years.
That's awesome.
So he said to me, so we have our gowns. Do you want black or blue? And I said, that sounds like a bruise. I don't want to have any more bruises. I said, can I have a white one? Because I'm getting married, right? Exactly, it's like, I want a white one. He says, we don't have any white one. But my wife will look after it. And
it's nice.
she'll look into it. Right. So I said, okay. So, and then my mom's pastor, Pastor Jacob Moses, in Maryland at Calvary SDA Church, he's always wanted to baptize me. I always wanted him to baptize me. Right. He passed away 2 years ago in January. He was an amazing man. He was from India. My mom goes to Asian church. Right. And so he said, Janice, I can do your vows.
Wow.
Over Zoom.
Over Zoom. Look at that.
So I was like, okay, let's do it. So
nice. I would part of it.
Yes, and I would go on there. He'd ask me to do the Bible scripture reading, and I was even nervous to do that. And I was like, I don't want to talk on Zoom. Everyone see my face. So I was so nervous. Yeah. Anyways, so on September 26, 2020, I stood on the pulpit, I guess it's called, beside Pastor Jason Levy. We were both in our robes. Oh,
and you got white? Did you get white robes?
When they arrived, Hopeton Blake and his wife, they arrived with their 2 sons. Wow. She had a bag and she came over to me. And this was on a Sabbath, right? Right. She goes, Janice, you wouldn't believe. I said, is it white? She goes, yes, it is.
Oh, isn't that nice?
She says, you wouldn't believe. I ordered this on Amazon and it came after 5 o'clock.
Wow.
I was like, what? And I was like, I was so touched by that.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
It just, God worked it out.
Just for you.
Yes.
He
made it happen.
Married just white.
We'll make it happen. So
nice.
I stood beside Pastor Jason Levy. He was in his robe. I was in mine. Pastor Jacob Moses gave my vows. He gave all of them.
Beautiful.
like the whole booklet.
Wow.
And I could see my family on Zoom.
Yes, they must have been so
I could see my daughter in Quebec. I could see
Nice.
my mom in Maryland. I could see my aunt, Lucy, and I could see my cousins in California. I could see them in Florida.
So nice.
I can see even somewhere in Guyana watching.
Wow.
And
nice.
anyway, so I gave my vows, and then we went into the pool at Agape, and Pastor Jason, he had his hand up, and I remember Pastor Glenn Samuels gave the proclamation.
He was there. He was on. Oh,
on
wow.
YouTube.
That's amazing.
He was on YouTube.
Wow.
So he gave the proclamation. He goes, "I can see Janice now waiting in the pool." So it's still on YouTube.
Oh,
and he gave the proclamation.
Right.
I now baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Right.
And Pastor Jason Levy put me down in the water.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's just God. God's amazing.
It was wonderful.
He just gave you all the requests that you wanted.
It was
Your
so
gown,
amazing.
The pastor. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, what have you been doing now? How have you? So that's amazing to see right after that whole abuse, how God navigated your path, and you were able to surrender your life totally over to Him.
Yes.
And so how do you cope with that situation of coming out of an abusive situation? I know that you're a social worker and you're doing peer mentorship for individuals who have been abused as well. And what are you doing now for yourself? Are you doing anything else, or?
Yes. So I am continuing the peer support.
Right.
Through brain injury, and also I'm going to be trained in November with the WRAP. It's called WRAP, WRAP, which is Wellness Recovery Action Plan.
Beautiful.
So I will be able. I took that course when I was through brain injury, BIAD, in 2019. But I'm going to be training to be a facilitator. So now I'll be able to do it in communities and for women's groups.
To help women who have been through trauma, right?
Yes.
And brain injury, through even abuse.
Yes.
Because that's what happened to you as well.
Exactly.
You sustained a brain injury through that.
So I want to make it like a faith-based, with Bible scripture and
nice.
like this.
Your shirt, I love it.
Yes.
Is that one of your shirts?
No, I got this in the States.
Okay, very
at my
nice.
mom when I was visiting my mom in Maryland.
Yeah.
But this is going to be like
one of the things that you'll be
this
doing.
Is going to be the main verse.
Okay.
She is fearless.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. So yeah. So what was I going to say is so I'm going to be doing the WRAP facilitating. And I was going to do it through churches. Right. Plus, I'm going to continue being involved in the End It Now ministries.
Wonderful. And is it once a year the End It Now ministry operates, or throughout the whole entire year, the training and all that?
Well, the training is in different times of the year, different times of the year.
Right.
But there's also a group that we meet with Ontario Conference Women's Ministry with Patricia Ferreira Lopez. And we, through the North American Division, Erica Smith, we all get together monthly, usually monthly, on Zoom.
Right.
And it's people from all over Canada. So when I went to train for advocacy, safeguarding advocacy, to be an advocate in September last year in New Orleans, there was only 5 of us from Canada.
Wow.
And there was only 2 of us, myself included, in Ontario.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Wow.
So, yeah, so it was pretty interesting. And I've been working on art.
Okay, so can you show us a piece of one of your artwork that you do?
So
show us what you do. I'd love to see it.
This is a painting that I just completed.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so this comes off. There's going to be like a white border around here.
Beautiful.
So I'm going to be doing paint nights for or paint afternoons.
Right.
for women. It's going to be sort of like an empowerment group for women and survivors.
Yes.
And so this is just one of my pieces that I just finished.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Actually this week. Yeah,
and it's water paint.
it is watercolor. Yes.
Yep. Love it. Watercolor.
Yeah. So I did this, and through BIAD, I don't have the mask here. Brain injury. Right? Yes, I did this mask here.
Okay. And that mask, what does it represent?
So it represents, not this one,
right?
But this is mine. So I did it with an Arawak kind of idea. And it was also to represent brain injury. So this is where my
the injury took place.
Right up here.
Right.
But this is the other side where there's like, during that time I had a lot of light and love and everything, but it, you know, with the feathers and whatnot, that's part of my indigenous background.
Wow, okay, interesting.
So yeah, this is part of the Brain Injury Association.
So that's a calendar that they've
yes, for 2025. So I just recently designed a T-shirt with brain injury for them. Yes.
Wonderful. Do you have the T-shirt here or no?
No, I just have the picture. I just have the picture. It says I support brain injury survivors or something like that.
Okay, great.
So, but I can send it to you what it looks like.
Sure.
And I've done other art pieces as well, but they're not here. They're actually being on display in Quebec through my daughter on exhibition. So,
nice. I like that.
Yeah. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of like art.
Nice. I love that.
Which is very therapeutic.
And I was just going to say that's very therapeutic, helping them, you know, to also express themselves.
Yes.
And to get out their pain through artwork. It's
powerful. So my daughter,
I love that.
I have a daughter. She's very supportive of me getting my, like she does her own paint
work as well too.
She's a art instructor. She's a teacher. Yes.
Wonderful.
She's going into art therapy as well.
Nice. And I like that art therapy. So that's the program that you do with the
women. Or it could be called expressive arts.
Expressive arts
too.
Okay. Wow.
As well. So yeah, I'm going to be putting together a little something on the side.
I love that.
To, you know, maybe incorporate with the WRAP, the Wellness Recovery Action Plan.
Love it.
And offering it.
This is to now help women who have been through domestic abuse, or those who are going through post-traumatic stress disorder.
Exactly.
They can help to cope
trauma,
and take them through. That's awesome. Janice.
Empowerment.
Empowerment. I love that.
Yes.
Janice, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
And I know God is using in a powerful way to empower women, as you said, and end it now.
Yes.
This is what we need to do. We need to end violence now.
Yes.
And there's no excuse for violence. Doesn't matter what it is. And we need to encourage women and empower them to remove themselves from an abusive situation. There's no need for you to stay in there. And like Janice, you see how she has now blossomed and now helping many others to come out of a situation and end it now. I love that.
Yes.
I love that. So at this time, I just want to thank you so much, Janice, for coming on and sharing with us and sharing what you're doing right now to empower women, and that there is hope.
There is
hope. You don't have to stay in the abuse. And I like that the first abuse you left.
Yes. And the
second one you left, right?
I did.
Right? And now you're doing so much work to help others.
Yes.
So that's beautiful.
Yes, and it's all for the glory of God.
Amen.
It's all for the glory of God.
Awesome. And God is amazing. And the Lord is going to use you in a powerful way. So continue to do the work.
And He still continues to do. I was so lost. I was really lost. I was so involved in worldly things and
and now He stirred you back into.
He saved me so many times.
Wow.
But the last time was, you know, it was an awakening,
a wake up moment. And some women,
but I look at it as a blessing,
right?
Even though I, you know, suffered a lot of trauma and there's still a little bit of lingering of those things in my life, or in my mind, I should say.
Right.
Physically, You can't see the injuries, but
Right.
they are there.
And you're saying that because it's in your mind now.
Yeah.
You're working
Like I still
through.
have a dent in my head.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I still have a dent right here in my
no.
forehead.
Sorry.
Like I can feel the dip.
Wow. Sorry
Yeah.
about that. And now when you say that people are walking around, and that's a good point too, Janice. A lot of women are walking around. We're not seeing the scars because you have individuals who are in relationships who are being verbally abused, psychologically abused, socially abused, and these are still
Or even killed.
and killed even through these situations. Yes. So that the impact is still the same, right? The psychological and the emotional, the verbal is just as bad as the physical abuse.
Yes.
And so you're saying you're still working through all of that right now, although you're out of the abuse. And that's the thing about being abused is that you get out of the abuse, you've escaped from it, but the impact is still there. You're still having to struggle. So it's good. Did you get any counseling before?
I did.
You did.
I got a lot of counseling through Ontario Shores.
Right.
And I went through their, I think it's called CPT, Cognitive Processing Therapy group.
Right.
I did, I did a lot of counseling. I had counseling through Durham Region Mental Health. And also through pastors.
Yeah.
A lot. My mom was very supportive.
Yes. Thank God.
Plus other supportive groups through the YWCA, which was Adelaide House.
Right.
Through BIAD, I have a worker.
And BIAD is because of the brain injury and stuff that you sustained.
So they helped me a lot.
And I'm happy that you
and
went back. It's interesting, and it's good to know that, through all the different support that you received, now you're giving it to other women as well. You're supporting them through their stuff. And it's important for us to give back as you come out of a situation, to give back. And isn't it interesting how God uses that painful situation to now empower you, to empower others? What an amazing God we serve.
And I could say that I started a book a while ago.
Okay.
But I keep forgetting about it because I'm doing other things. I'm so involved in, but now I have to really, get into writing again.
Right. And that's therapeutic as well, too.
It is.
And to help other women.
Even journaling is
Journaling is therapeutic as well, too. Awesome.
So I have to complete that.
Well, I want to encourage you, and I know that it will help many, many women. So, Janice, thank you so much today for coming on.
My pleasure.
Sharing your story. We have been blessed by you and your sharing, and also the things that you're doing, the artwork and the many support that you've been giving to other women who have been through abuse. So I want to just tell you thank you again.
You're so welcome.
Continue to do the work that God has put into your heart.
There's so much to be done.
There is so much to be done, and there's so many women to reach.
Yes.
And there's so many silent women, and just by you sharing your story, many will no longer be silent.
Yes.
They will have the courage to speak up. And so that's what Compassionate Care is about, is to empower you and to know that you are not alone. There's many individuals out there. It doesn't matter what you have been through. You can shine through. You can stand tall, and you can also be of help to others as well. So at this time, I just want to thank you for watching Compassionate Care. And I want you to stay tuned for the next video. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.